That motherfucker.
Mhm.
DJ. Mic check, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
It's 2023. I don't feel like it is 2023 right now.
What do you feel like it is?
You feel like it is?
That's what do you feel like it is if it's not? I mean, what is it?
I don't know, man. I'm not excited because everybody's sick. I've been sick for a month now. But, anyways, we got a whole new year, a whole new show, and we got a new intro. So, check it out. Stand by.
The ongoing series about the life of the people touched by the love of the Pacific. Here are their stories. This is Highway 54.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Highway 54 families in the house again. It's 2023. My name is DG Kid Mango. We've got Coach Anthony from About That Wallet, Carla and D3.
What's up?
Hey.
Emotional, damn it.
There's first one of the year.
One of many more.
I know, right? How are you guys doing? How's the holidays?
Holidays was great for us. I mean, we didn't do like the traditional Christmas thing that we normally do. Because for so many reasons, this year I'm really like I'm over it.
Okay.
And then Big Zeke had kennel cough. So we had to quarantine him from Mister. So on Christmas Day is when we finally got them back together because they had to stay apart. So it was different this year, but we still had a good holiday.
Yeah, nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, I started getting sick, and you guys can tell throughout the last two episodes, but it really hit me like right before Christmas Eve, man. I just couldn't shake this cough, and I had a fever on the 30th. Oh no, I'm sorry, the 23rd. I had a fever. And then I took medicine and everything, and I was like, man, I was just coughing, just a dry cough. And of course, the first thing I did was, test for COVID, but nothing. So I tested at least twice for COVID, and nothing. It's just cough.
Good.
But this dry. Yeah. So I'm kind of 90% done with it now. But here, at least in San Diego, a lot of people are getting the same thing. Not COVID, but this weird cough, a little fever-ish like that. And Eric's whole office, the dental office, he He got his whole office got it too. So, I think we have a birthday today. Do we?
Yes, we do.
Happy birthday, Ariel! I haven't seen you in like forever.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You were like this tall when I saw you last.
Yeah, you DJ'd one of her birthdays, Floyd.
I did. Yeah. Well, it's customary. I think we should do it for the family here. Sing happy birthday. Everybody in the house could do
Yeah,
that?
we can
All
sing
right.
happy birthday since we didn't get to sing it today because
I
Ariel
know.
said she was like, no, we can just.
As corny as it is, sometimes it's good luck, man. Good luck for
Yeah.
everybody. All right, on 3. 1, 2.
Hold on, real quick. What version are we singing?
I don't know.
Only know
Pepperoni pizza. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, we'll sing the traditional one because
Okay.
everybody always fucks up the Stevie Wonder one. So
And they
let's-
mess up the Uncle Luke one too.
Oh
yeah.
no, we're doing acapella. I don't know.
We can do it at the end. He'll do it at the end. Okay.
Okay, it's just acapella. 1, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
hey,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ariel.
hey, happy
Happy birthday to you.
Woo.
Are you one? Oh no, sorry.
Uh,
You guys don't do that?
Hit the birthday. Yo, no Capricorns, them Virgos.
All right.
I
Well,
bet
happy
you-
birthday, Ariel. You are 19 years old?
Whoa.
No, I'm 27.
27.
Yes.
Still young, actually. So
Oh, I feel young, man. God. Yeah. Yeah. 20.
so what is your how do I say don't tell us your birthday wish, but what would your second birthday wish be?
Actually, haven't really thought much about it.
She got everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Win the lottery, go to Disney World.
I guess continuous improvement and success.
Yeah.
Right. Look at that. See, she's not
I
the average
know.
millennial.
I know. I know. When I was 27 years old, I was still in Phoenix, Arizona at that time, and you never like find yourself. You're still like, yeah, I don't know what to do. I was still a kid. You still have a lot of more years to go and kind of figure things out. Yeah, I was in Phoenix, Arizona, about to go to Japan. I think 27. I was during September 11. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I was 27 that time because when I got to Japan, I was 28. So, but yeah,
Uh-oh.
I feel like still in the middle age of like, okay, now I need to figure out what I need to do, right?
Now you need.
I mean, at 27, about 27,
Oh,
28, you're like, no. I know what I'm doing already, but I mean, at that time, like, man, you're still in your 20s and you're like, okay, let's I gotta do this. I want to do this now, your next
Yes,
chapter, right?
it's quite natural, Ariel, that at 27 and stuff like that, you're still trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep, the main thing is understand that you're not supposed to have all the answers.
No.
That's not possible because we're twice your age and we don't have all the answers. So
No.
it's the cool part is trying to figure it out as you go.
Yeah. I think everybody has that one age, like, oh, okay, I figured it out. And then it's different for everybody, whether it be
Not
25, 35, 45, 55. You're never like fully like, oh man, this is it.
Mhm.
Yep.
Where were you, Anthony, when you were 27?
27. I was in a relationship, but mentally I wasn't ready for anything. I was still trying to make some money. That was my goal.
Yeah.
You still are.
Well, now it's not. I'm not at the point where I'm like driving for money. I'm now just trying to figure out how to utilize the money I have now. So
Okay.
in the grind, it was just mostly a grind at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think, people say, one of the birthday wishes is to be happy. I think it's not to be happy. I think it's more, do you have a purpose? Is an attainable goal. You know what I'm saying?
right.
What, like when you're in the military, you have a purpose. You have to wake up in the morning, you got to do your duty, you got to do your unit, you got to do your projects, whatever. I think people think like you'll never be entirely happy. Does that make sense? So for you to wish yourself, I want to be happy, it's too general and it's too like definite, right? What
Well,
happens when you're
choice.
yeah? What happens when you're just happy? Then what? Then there's nothing else after that. So
Yeah,
I
that's the tough part. It's like, but happiness is different for everybody. It's all subjective. So it's just like saying, "Oh, I want to be successful." Well, what is that for one
Yeah,
person as
what is
opposed
the
to the next
meaning?
person?
That's right.
What you consider successful, what you consider happy, might be something totally different from somebody else. So you can't judge yourself
I
on
agree.
what somebody else does.
I completely.
So yeah, I think what happens when people get lost is when they lose a purpose. Their purpose. What is their purpose? Whether they work, take care of their family, do podcasts or DJing or a hobby. What's your purpose? I mean, I know Coach Andy got a purpose.
Right.
Yeah, to spread the message of financial habits and literacy. But not just literacy, but actually take action with it as well. So.
Yeah.
But I didn't find that until like recently. So it wasn't something new. That's 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
Same with me with podcasting 3 years ago. I mean, 2020 kind of opened up everybody and look at different things, right? And so here we are, on our actually fourth season, right? Oh, shit, we're in our fourth season right now. So,
So this season 4, episode 1.
not episode 1, just episode 126.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, season 4, 126. Yeah. So
I just realized I did 137 episodes. All right.
You've been busy. Like, I think you've been like 20 podcasts in like 2 months. Something like that. That's how I feel.
It feels like it. But yeah, I'm trying to catch up with you guys, learning a lot.
Yeah.
He's on the
Yeah.
grind.
I know.
Thank you, Ariel. I don't want to bore. You can you can stay with us through the show if
Yeah,
you
if you stay with us, you want to. Yeah,
Or-
we've got the,
if you would like. You can drop. It's up to you. We are not offended. Okay. Just like these all mother.
right. Well, happy birthday, Ariel, and
Thank you. Thank
wish
you.
you for more years to come, and you'll find your way.
What book are you reading? Well, actually, you know what? I highly recommend a book that you should read at 27 that I kind of wish I would have read at 27. Actually, there's 2 books. The first book, that's why I was looking behind me for a while, is The Simple Path to Wealth.
Ooh, that's good.
If you haven't read this one yet, I highly recommend it, by J.L. Collins. He actually wrote this book for his daughter, who was 26 at the time when he wrote the book,
Wow.
because she didn't care about finances and she didn't care about it at the time either. So he wrote a book. The second book that I highly recommend is, I think it's called Purpose by what is this guy's name? Ken Coleman. I have his other book called The Proximity Principle, but he has another book that recently came out, which was helping people find a purpose in life. So he has that book as well. So I do highly recommend those 2 books if you plan on reading in your 27. So
Yeah. I actually do try to read books. Like, I think the last one I'm trying to get through is for autism, What to Say Next, to help with improve with my social and communication skills.
Yeah.
nice.
Mhm.
I actually did an interview with somebody who had their son with autism. They actually created a whole 3D realm, and that's how they built their business. It's called the Holodeck in Pennsylvania. So if you're ever in Pennsylvania, just let them know, hey, you bumped into Anthony from About That Wallet. I know the owners. I interviewed the owners. So just let me know when you're on your way up there. I can ping them out. I'll hit them up. Just let them know you're on your way, and then they'll take care of you from there. And just tell them about your story, what you're passionate about. And this is the way how they communicated with his son, was through the virtual reality.
Virtual reality.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
wait, you see that in the background, right? You see who that is in the background? That
In the
Kakashi,
background.
the anime.
This is
Oh,
one of my favorite anime characters from Naruto's Kakashi.
Naruto. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
She's an anime.
Yeah. Well, you've been living in Japan for like how many years? Yeah. Who doesn't? Well, happy birthday, Ariel. Thank you so much. If you want to join and stick with us, you can. If not, no worries. We're going to go to our hot topic of the day. You know, this past week has been like eventful with a lot of stuff happening from politics. Well, I want to ask you guys. It took 15 rounds of voting to vote for the House Speaker. Have you guys been following that?
He must be trash.
Yeah. Slightly.
Well, there was 20 holdouts of
Yeah,
the
20
GOP.
people holdout.
Yeah, just like voting for like some other people. And one asshole voted for like Donald Trump, trying to be fucking funny. If there was a face you want to smash with Twisted Iced Tea, that's the face. That's the guy you want
Twisted
to smash.
I got him as a close second to George Zimmerman. But
Oh
that's
yeah,
just me.
yeah.
Sorry.
I don't understand. I don't know, Coach. Can you explain a little bit what was going on? I mean, I don't understand.
Oh, I
In
didn't.
history, I think that's never happened where it took 15 rounds of voting for the House Speaker.
I know that Twitter was having a fun time with it though. That's
Yeah.
all.
Is that the guy? Which one was that? Which one was that? The guy that I might be getting him mixed up. Maybe I'm getting him mixed
I don't
up.
know the
Matt,
dude.
Matt Gaetz or McCarthy?
No, I was thinking about the other guy.
No. Well, Hakeem Jeffries is the minority leader for
Mhm.
the Democrats, and he did a speech, A through Z speech. They call it the A through Z speech. I don't know. Maybe next week I'll play it. But I believe he's the next president of the United States soon enough.
Okay.
Hakeem Jeffries. Look the guy up. He's very vocal. He's I don't believe in all his politics, but I believe his intentions are good. Anyways, crazy stuff. So our hot topic of the day is coming out of Utah. I think it was Coach Anthony who sent this to me, and so it was a man kills the entire family after wife files for divorce. So let me read a little bit about the background here. A 42-year-old man killed 7 members of his family, including his 5 children, before taking his own life just days after he was served divorce papers by his wife, who was among those shot dead, according to officials, including the mother-in-law. In a statement Thursday morning, officials last Thursday morning in the rural town of Enoch, southwest Utah, Michael Haidt had shot and killed his wife of 40 years old, 78-year-old mother-in-law, and the 5 children at the family home. The kids were ages 4 to 17 years old. On December 21st, the wife had filed for divorce, and right now they don't have any motive. They're in a town in Utah of 8,000 people, and I'm going to assume they're Mormon. I don't know if that religion plays in it, but how does one come to that point where they kill the entire family?
That's selfish as hell. Kids had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got nothing. I mean, I know everybody is going to say mental health, and it probably is that too. But man, I got nothing on that. Like 5 kids, like you gonna kill 5 kids? I mean, just to take. Some people don't even value human life.
Mm.
You know, And that's what it boils down to. That is sickening. And he killed himself too, right?
Premeditated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he killed himself too.
And the mother. And I
Yeah,
know
and
how,
the-
like
and
most
the
people
mo-
have it
yeah, and
killed
the,
in law too, but they don't actually go through with it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, what's the mindset of someone? I mean, it doesn't make it less important, but I mean, to kill yourself and then the person that hurt you would be the person that wanted a divorce with you, but then turn around, oh, I want to kill my 5 kids too.
I'll never understand that because again, kids are another part of you living at the exact same time.
And they don't ask to be here.
Yeah, I mean, then
I
at the
mean,
same time,
anyway.
ain't no way a kid can piss you off that bad. Sorry, not sorry. That don't make no
Yeah.
sense.
And who knows? Like, I mean, like, I don't know what the whole backstory is, but maybe, the mom could have not letting him see the kids or something like that. And every time he tried to get, I don't know what the backstory was, but I mean, it's just no excuse for that. But I can't.
Yeah, I think I mean, so you're talking about 8,000 people, so it's a very small knit community.
Right.
So everybody pretty much know everybody. It's like people in Guam. I mean, even smaller than Guam, like a half of Guam. So I'm looking at the comments here, and one comment said, "Glad she's dead. She wanted to leave him and their family for someone else," and the plot thickens.
Because you want
Glad
somebody
she's-
else doesn't mean you need to die.
Yeah. So I'm thinking like respect, like he felt disrespect so much that it enraged him. Like,
So, I mean, just because she wanted somebody else or whatever, I mean, why would you want to try to keep somebody that don't want to be kept? I mean, I'm there as far as like that. I mean, just you don't want me.
I can give y'all a Dorseyism, but
Go ahead, give him Dorseyism, babe.
obviously the dude was trying to do whatever he could to erase her completely off the planet.
yeah.
That's the whole point. That's why the mother-in-law, he saw her as being guilty.
Mhm.
He'll see her in those kids,
Mhm.
take her and the kids out too. He tried to completely erase her. So that's not mental health. That was calculating.
Yeah.
He was calculating on all those kids and the mother-in-law and the wife, and then gonna take himself out so he wouldn't really see justice. He knew
Mhm.
exactly what he was doing. He was trying to completely erase her from being on this planet.
And this guy, and then, the way they were murdered was by a gunshot.
All of them were killed.
All the victims, yeah, dude. And a gunshot. Do you know how big of a hole that produces? That's not like the what do you call it, the Glock, or the regular pistol,
So
or
was it
even
total- how many
This was
people?
like a shotgun, you mean?
it was a shotgun.
A total
Each
of
of them.
like 7, including himself, though.
Yeah,
But it's like, were they all in the same house? I mean, he didn't
same
have
house.
a assault rifle or anything like that. He just,
No,
mean,
shotgun.
it's like so.
So
there's-
how morbid is that? That's a big hole. That's
How can you look your kids in the eye and know what you're about to do?
And
was it at night or something? Nobody was like kicking his legs or nothing like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of people, and it just seems like somebody would have. I don't know.
the only way they found out is the wife had missed an appointment, and so that prompted a welfare check in the afternoon. So I think it happened in the night before.
Okay.
And each of the
right?
yeah, and each of them got pretty much a gunshot wound. So
Right.
I don't know. It hurt. I know it does hurt when you go through a divorce or you're even contemplating getting a divorce.
Mhm.
But at what point do you say, you know what, I'm also gonna kill my kids? It's not. He's not. This is not the first family. Remember the guy who pretended that the kids were the wife and the daughter was kidnapped, and they caught him in video, like going in the woods and like. and then the other I can't think of the name. I can't think of the names, but and then there was a lady who like drove the baby boys into the river. It was like a
Oh yeah,
decade.
yeah, I remember that. Was it Susan Smith or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, ain't she out or something now?
I know there were some nurses that I work with, and they wanted to start a petition for other mothers to go to her trial, just to put pressure on the judge and on her as well. That was early 90s.
Yeah, that was like, she said it was like a big black dude or something like that.
Yeah,
that
carjacking. Like,
yeah, yeah. I feel like she might be out or something like that.
I mean, what's the mental state of someone to go that far where they're going to kill their kids?
Was it Casey Anthony?
Yeah.
Are they sane? Are they insane? Or are they momentarily like insane? Because there are times where you just lose all control of thought, physical body, and you just start slashing, killing, shooting, whatever, because of this so much rage, and then you just wake up.
But to me, what do you consider momentary? Because to me, like the Susan Smith incident, it couldn't have been momentary because she actually drove her kids into a river and then tried to cover her tracks by saying, "Oh, it was I was carjacked by a black guy." That's not momentary. That took time.
That heifer is up for parole next year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, life is 25 years,
Right.
so with good behavior, after 25 years or whatever it is, even before 25 years, you can go against the board and say, "I'm okay. I did my time." Blah blah blah.
She doesn't have the choice but to be good. She can't fight.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine. I mean,
Yeah. Well, have you? So let's take it even further. Have you ever heard of any other stories where a black man and the family kills him, his wife, and the whole family? I'm sure it happened, but have you heard that?
Say what? Say that again.
A black man kills his wife and his whole family.
That's probably. I know black men that have killed their wives. I know a lot of black men that have killed their wives,
But not their whole kid, not their kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anyone that has.
Right? Have you Coach Anthony? Have you heard any stories in your mind? Asian? How about Asian? I've heard Asians kill their spouses, but not their kids. We have one in San Diego right now, where she's been missing for 2 years now. The kids are alive, but the wife is missing. But there are what do you call it? There are here in Chula Vista. There's like maybe a town away from me. He did some voodoo beforehand and has like a paid site. What do you call it? Those card readers to do some witchcraft and all that. And they're saying that he might have killed the wife and dug him in the forest backwoods of San Diego. But they can't prove it. They can't see it. They have a few videos of him going in and out during the early morning or late night. But till this day, and it's a Filipino family. She worked on the Navy base. Yeah, I forgot her name.
I know about an instance where Ray Caruth he was with the Carolina Panthers, and he was telling. I mean, he was supposed to be a player or whatever, literally a player when it came to women. And there was a couple women he forced to have an abortion, like Herschel. But he there's one of the ladies he was quote unquote dating at the time while he was in Carolina. He actually told her to have an abortion. She was like, no. So he set up a hitman to kill her while she was still pregnant. So the argument is whether the kid is born yet or not, it has happened.
Yeah.
But the son was born with all types of and he just graduated high school not too long ago, I believe. So he was born with all types of developmental problems and stuff like that too, but he's still making it. And the crazy thing about it is Ray was in jail, so I think he's supposed to be getting out pretty soon too. But the son looks exactly like him, but his son has all types of issues. So he has to, I'm sure hopefully he has to live with that guilt, with the fact that he tried to the mother died, but
Mhm.
the child survived. They were able to do an emergency C-section, and the child lived. But the child looks exactly like him, and he has
Wow.
issues. So it's like he's looking at himself and the ugliness he put out there.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough.
Mm.
Yeah, y'all making me. Yeah, I'm feeling. Yeah, I don't know. This got real dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is real dark right now.
Well,
Like,
it's the psyche of what's happening, in the current times now. You got school shootings, shootings around America. You've got, now people killing their spouse, not just their spouse, but their whole family. I mean, where we talk about the obvious things to fix, like weapons and guns, but are we talking about the real, like, mental issues? Do we have enough programs? Do we have enough psychiatrists? Do we have enough to recognize that people are mentally ill? And how do we do that? We don't have these asylums anymore, right? And that's hence we have a lot of homeless problems around the
there
nation.
are still a lot of mental
Is there?
institutions, but they're like overflowing, like the prisons and everything else. I think. But yeah, there's a lot of there's a lack of mental health
Yeah,
professionals
yeah.
in the United States now, especially since the pandemic has happened.
Mhm.
It gets real deep though. That's a wormhole, because the mental institution that I worked at, some of the employees were worse than some of the patients that were,
Wow.
some of the clients that were there. Number one. Then number two, the state was shuffling them in there to get paid off of them.
Yeah.
They would extend them just so they can get a paycheck per head inside of that building. So it goes a lot deeper. So people are supposed to be in there, or they're not supposed to be in. And if they're not supposed to be in, they put them in there anyway. So you got to follow the paper trail.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that there's always going to be fault in that system, with the mental hospitals or mental institutions. But when I was younger, let's go back 30 years. I mean, I don't remember a lot of homeless people, right?
No.
Of course,
No.
it's part economics. I know it's part. There's a lot of other reasons, not just mental issues, but I just feel like it's not enough attention where we have mental programs enough for people.
But there were a lot of mental issues back then. It's just that we didn't know about it. So it's like ignorance is bliss.
Mhm.
Now that people know that mental health, mental illness, and all these, we recognize it more.
Yeah.
It's constantly developing and steadily evolving. So we're seeing more of it now. When we were younger, it was just like, that fool is crazy.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
that kid is, for me, for instance, that kid is bad. I had ADHD, but
Wow.
it wasn't, taken care of because we didn't know what it looked like.
Mm.
We just thought it looked like, oh, she bad as shit, or she run her
Yeah,
mouth,
yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
And they jump towards discipline instead of training.
Right.
Got you.
And Judge Sotomayor, Sonia Sotomayor, was talking about when she became a lawyer to kind of help defend people because she just thought everybody had at least a good bone in their body somewhere.
Yeah.
And then she said, I think in some interviews, she was like, there are just some evil people out there. And I like what Freddie put out there. They're just evil, plain and simple. And some people, they just think like they have everything. And then from a guy's point of view, and especially if you look at the age range, I'm not sure how old that guy was, but you have that mentality of like, hey, you're supposed to be the head of the family unit. And if something goes wrong, you taking that ownership on yourself. You thinking, hey, I'm the bad guy. I'm a bad father.
Mhm.
I'm bad at society. Everything's going to be against me. I can't have a job now because I'm going through divorce. Like,
Yeah.
the mentality of the weight of a man in society that you hear about is a lot. But the thing about it, as men, we typically don't talk about our feelings a lot. We don't talk about the things that we're going through. And I'm just generalizing at this point, obviously. But there are some guys who feel comfortable talking about that. But I think that he just didn't feel like it was okay for him to feel like like, I guess you could say he put on his mask so heavy that, you know, he thought he had it tight. But now that it was becoming public, or it could go public, he's like, let me take care of this now before it gets out there. And now it's out there, but nobody's around to even talk to him, or he don't have to worry about the issues or anything like that that comes with it, because he was going through the breakup and why his wife left him and everything like that. So with the kids.
Man, I think you hit another topic where so the man was 42 years old, the wife was 40. So he's of, like, you know, me and Carla and D3 is pretty much age around that area. And I'm looking at the picture here. I don't want to show a family because kids are there, but you're right, Coach Anthony, about men. You know, typically men will hold a lot of emotions away from the family or their wives or a spouse or partners, and it came to a point where you're right. You know, it's about ego, not just ego, but respect. Like, you know, and maybe I'm looking at him right now. I'm thinking he's a man's man, where he didn't really talk much about his feelings, and he thought he was doing the right thing, and going to work, going to church, and just take
5 kids, right?
Yeah, 5 kids.
He probably was like child support, alimony.
Adding it up.
Yeah, she's leaving me for somebody else. Child support, alimony. I don't know. I mean, but still, there's no. I know people that have killed people over like child support. That's so crazy.
And it's based upon your income, so it's not like a set rate. So
Exactly.
if you're only making a certain amount, it's not like they're going to gas you for that. But I know some people who feel that it's unfair, and a lot of times it really is. So what's wrong with fighting for custody of those kids, to where possibly it could have been reversed, to where she would have to pay him and pay for those kids too?
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, she could be trying to get away from him for that reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some people try to get away from men because they're so abusive and stuff like that, and then
Like a narcissist. Yeah, probably like a narcissist.
And then all of a sudden, I mean, he could have been abusive. We don't know. But then all of a sudden, he kills them, because, you know, most of the time, sometimes we don't get out of it. Speaking from, you know, but sometimes, you know, when you try to escape your abuser, we don't always get out. And that just, but the kids, I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Like I say, it makes sense. It would make sense. It's just, you know, I'm gonna kill myself and the wife, you know, my partner, whatever. But then to kill your kids, man, that takes another level of like evil.
Yeah.
You know, and they're in Utah, so I'm going to assume, it doesn't say the religion, but I'm going to assume the Mormon, because it's a small ass town, and there's a lot of Mormons in Utah.
Wow.
But yeah, don't they be marrying like 12, like real young kids or something like that?
Yeah. I'm looking at the family picture. She ain't ugly. He ain't ugly either, man. So they're a good looking couple, actually. But I don't know.
Wow.
I you know, Coach Anthony, you hit you know, it's hard when you're in a point where you're in a situation, someone's abusive and someone wants to leave. Someone also has this, like, you know, I don't know how to show my emotion, you know, and I can't believe you're doing this to me and the family, kind of thing. How is society going to react? How the community is going to act? How is my friends going to react? You know, and you have a split second, and it wasn't a split second. I mean, it's not like he took all the kids and boom, boom, boom. You know, he had to chase them. He had to chase them. He had to think about it.
Saying, like all those kids and the mom and the, like, I don't even want to know.
Yeah. And how many bullets does a shotgun hold?
Depends on what type of shot you put in.
He probably have to reload too, right?
But also, yeah, he has to, because it what they usually take, maybe five shells, and if you use buckshot, that's bigger. You know, using bird shot is smaller, but it does significant damage depending on where you hit him. So I mean, he was calculated. He knew exactly what he was doing. You know, so it's beyond trifling to me.
Yeah,
I know there's avenues out there. As a man, I don't have all the answers, but I know there's avenues out there for you to be able to express yourself, whether it's just around other guys, whether it's around to a counselor once a week or something like that. There's Even if you got a shotgun, you go out in the woods, you can shoot sandbags. You don't have to shoot your kids. There's ways of getting out that anger.
Guys, agree with me or don't agree with me, Carla. You can tell me I'm wrong, but I feel like from my experience, I've been very open with my feelings when I was younger. You know, growing up, 20s, my early 30s. I think there was a point. You know, I'm not going to be specific, but there was a point where I shared my feelings with my special someone or my partner at the time, and then I had to console them because of how I told them my feelings were, because they felt like disrespected or felt bad because how I felt. So like when you guys say, "Hey, tell me how you feel," I actually told them how I feel, and then now I have to like console them because of how I felt. Does that make sense? Now I don't like to share. Now I don't like to share all the time about my feelings.
Right. I mean, so like you shared something, for instance, like when she said, "Oh, tell me your feelings," like, "Bitch, you ugly." You know, I mean, what kind of feel? And so, like, what kind of? And then you have to console because she don't feel like. Stop.
Why she left now? 'Cause he was so
Emotional, damn it.
like, hey babe, do you think I got on the right socks? I don't care about your socks. Like, I got kids to worry about.
Right. Or like, do I look fat in this
You
dress?
look fat in this dress.
Big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was it something like that? And then you was like, "No, you're not big, but you just big." But,
Right.
You know,
Maybe like that. Maybe something like that. I don't remember like that. But you know, something
I'm
like
sorry,
that.
lighten things up because this is.
Do I smell? Well, you know.
See,
Yeah, right.
you was humping something stank.
You know, like yeah, you know.
He said, "Yeah, you know, and,
Yeah, go
little
check,
fish here and there."
you need to
Just
go
a
check
little
the doctor.
tissue.
I'll go with you. We'll go to the doctor. Doctor said nothing.
You
Well,
was the one that probably threw her pH off.
I don't know, man.
With that stink back.
Oh my.
I don't know, bro.
Digit draws.
Yeah,
I think I'm telling too much, but yeah,
I'm just saying though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, you didn't. I mean,
You I'm being honest, you know, like you tell me that it doesn't smell. No,
and
that's
you
why-
hit it anyway.
yeah, in the shower.
Yeah, right.
My.
Yeah, in the shower. But anyways, the point on what I'm trying to say is that guys at one point was free to open up, but then there's times when our partners were like, we have to fight to, you know, to console our partner because of what we said, and so that we are hesitant guys to share our feelings all the time. Not sometimes. I mean, you know, sometimes. Does that make sense? So we hold in a lot. What do they say? There's a note that says like if we're silent about the things we like to heal about, and so we don't heal, and we constantly go through the years not being healed because we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
That's men.
So you dropping mics over there. I mean,
That's men.
So, who was the guy that called in that one time? What's the name? The trucker that called?
Charles.
Charles. Yeah.
Oh, Chuck, chill out.
Chuck.
Yeah. Because
Okay. Well, anyways, so with that story said, man, it's hard to there's not enough information to really tell. There's a whole. I'm pretty sure there's a whole backstory to it. You know, we're talking about circumstances of what's happening, but I just can imagine, you know, us being family oriented. Like, man, kill your kids. That is nuts.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. I wouldn't want to do that anyway. But
that
Ariel
should've
would
never
beat
crossed
my
his
ass.
mind.
But then I forgot who I was listening to, but somebody said make sure you marry somebody that you don't mind getting a divorce from. And
What the? Huh?
Yeah.
Emotional, damn it.
When you think about it, like
What the fuck?
you don't have to worry about this situation where you're actually losing your whole life because you decide to get divorced. Like, if you got divorced, got divorced.
I
Keep
wouldn't
moving.
go into a marriage thinking that, you just to get a divorce. Thinking like that.
So you're
That's
like, hey, you look like I can divorce you.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like, oh yeah, this is my future ex-husband.
All right, let's go. I've got questions. The first one of the year. D3, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
My wife is nuts. But no, but it's beginning of the year, and y'all know, I mean, me and my wife talk about a lot of different things, and some stuff that I think about is pretty off the wall. So I really don't tell her some of the stuff that flows through my head because she would really want a divorce from me if she knew what I was thinking. I laugh at the wrong stuff. Yeah. So one of the things I was thinking about was, every year people come up with this, oh, new year, new me, I'm doing this and stuff like that too. But it got me to thinking, wouldn't it make more sense instead of just doing New Year's resolutions on January 1st to do them throughout the year? Would you be consistent enough as a person to be able to do it and be consistent throughout the year? Do resolutions change throughout the year? I'm D3. I got questions.
This year I didn't make no New Year's resolution.
Loser. No, I'm just playing.
I've had
Well, maybe because I was sick. I was sick Christmas.
I've had the same resolution for the past 5 years, which was be better than I was the previous year. So that's the only thing that really changes. So what am I doing to change that within the year, not just on January 1st? I mean, that's just me personally.
Yeah.
How can I fix it? How can I fix me? How can I be better?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And a lot of times is listening to her. So
All right. So I'm gonna. The first time I'm gonna open up to you guys. I think is appropriate. So my New Year's resolution, and I think Coach Anthony has inspired me, is to read more. When I was younger, I used to read a lot of books. Like I get lost in books and books and books. When the social media and internet kind of like broke out, and when we had the iTouch, and you can take the iTouch with the Wi-Fi, and oh fuck, I can scroll through my Facebook and take a shit. I mean, I think don't touch my nano. Don't touch my iTouch. But I think I'm when I'm looking through social media, I'm actually looking through articles. I'm looking through YouTube. I'm looking through TikTok. I'm looking for information. TikTok, but I lost the patience to read.
Pornhub.
Pornhub.com. So, I mean, I don't know why.
Nugget.net.
Yeah, he's a butt nugget.
But yeah, just to read more. I with you D3 about improving yourself, improving your mind. What they say, whatever information you're putting into your mind should come out through your character. So if you put garbage in your mind, then yeah, that's what comes.
Sounds like that whole campaign that they had. You are what you eat type deal.
Exactly.
Was that was shot at my husband just now? I'm just playing. He's
yeah, I'm gonna tell you. How many of you raise your hand if you have a rich, like a really wealthy friend?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You have a wealthy, like this motherfucker wealthy. They're not just rich. Rich is different between wealthy. Wealthy is like
Carla.
Okay. So wealthy
that I work by are their estimated value
millions.
1 in 5 million.
There you go.
Oh,
have you ever been in our house?
Oh no.
Yeah, I haven't been to Carla's house.
I'm gonna guarantee that if you go to a successful, wealthy man or woman's house or mansion or apartment, that they're going to have a lot of books on their shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see a lot of alcohol on them shelves.
Yeah, they have that. Hey, you can read a label.
Like, give myself some history.
You know what, Edwin? Hi.
He said, I know Carter D3. You need 3. No.
Bad and
Whatever. That's Eddie with all the.
Anyways, so that's my resolution, just to read more, improve myself. So,
have you started already?
yes, I am reading. Well, I'm gonna finish Find Your Why with Simon Sinek.
Oh yeah, Simon Sinek is a good guy.
I love
Ask you
Simon
another
Sinek.
question. Are you going to be hard on yourself?
Depends. With Rose, I'll be hard.
You know, it's me.
What I meant was if you don't finish a book, say you don't finish a book within 2 weeks or whatever like that. So I mean, what are you going to be like? Man, this is messed up, and you gonna get down on yourself, or
Oh no. I'll just put down the book and I'll pick up whenever I can.
you know, a comic is a book. So
My resolution is, something that I've never made a resolution, but it's the whole cliche, the losing weight. Definitely, I want to be. I'm not going to put a number on the amount of weight I want to lose. I would say like measurements and just being. All I know is if I lose 50 pounds, I'm gonna get on all y'all's nerves. That's all I'm saying. Like for real, y'all gonna be like, she needs her ass off of Instagram. Her story always. That's right.
But we got some trips we planned too, so that's really her.
Yeah,
incentive.
because we going to Greece in September.
Yep.
Hey,
Crisco.
yeah.
Crisco, shut up.
Coach Anthony, you got a resolution?
No, I was actually gonna wait until the true beginning of the year, which is spring, to make my resolution. Because right now it's still dormant and the earth is, at least where I'm at, it's just cold and boring. So I'm waiting till springtime with the birds.
You gonna fly?
Rebirth.
Yeah, like yeah.
Okay. All right, we got last segment of the day. We've got Coach Anthony with Money Moves. Stand by.
All right, everybody. So we're going to talk about the 4-Hour Work Week. This book by Tim Ferriss.
Oh, I love that book.
Yeah, so you hear a lot on a lot of shows. Book is, I just got it for Christmas, so I'm gonna try to read some of this myself. But one of the things as I was flipping through here, and got up here on page 35, and it says, "Money alone is not the solution. There is much to be said about the power of money as currency. I'm a fan myself, but adding more of it just isn't the answer as often as we like to think. In part, it's laziness. If only I had more money. It is the easiest way to postpone the intense self-exclamation and the decision-making necessary to create a life of enjoyment now and not later. By using money as an scapegoat and work as all-consuming routine, we are able to covertly disallow ourselves the time to do otherwise." And I ain't going to read all of fun stuff, but ultimately, like, I loved where he's going at is to understand you can't just throw. Ultimately, he's saying just don't throw money at the problem. And one of the things about throwing money at the problem is that it doesn't solve the problem. It just kind of makes the problem a lot worse, or just makes it, just unbearable. So one of those things I do want to challenge you all today is to think about the habits that you have right now. What will it take if somebody gave you $1,000? What would you do with it? If you already have a plan on what you're going to do with that $1,000, that means that you already have your financial stuff in order. If you don't have a plan for that $1,000, that means that it's time to actually write down exactly what are you going to do with money, with the money that you currently have, the money that you plan on getting, and also how do you plan to handle the debts that you actually owe for anybody else. So again, my name is Anthony. I'm the host of the About That Wallet podcast. Hope to see you guys live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And make sure y'all sign up for the newsletter at aboutthatwild.com/newsletter. And that's it.
Hey,
Hey, wow, that's a good question. I know money doesn't solve everything. I know it's a poor thing we always say all the time, but it does help.
money is right up there with oxygen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it
Yeah,
gives you a lot of freedom to do a lot
Yeah.
of shit that you can think of in your mind.
yeah,
But I won't kill
Well, we
myself over
say-
money.
yeah. Some people say more money, more problems, but I'm not in love with money. Like, I know people that are like the love of money is the root of all evil. Like they,
But there is the 1% in this world or in our nation where they think that money can be thrown, and
you said
see
1%.
it- yeah, or less or more. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm thinking these people like not just wealthy; they're fucking a gang of wealthy. They're like generational wealthy. So they don't look at price tags. You know, they don't look
That's a lot
at,
of like rappers and stuff like that too. They obviously don't look at price tags.
but they ain't wealthy.
I mean, Cardi B looking at price tags. She did a full rant on Twitter.
They're rich.
The
They're
pandemic
rich.
saying he had to fly coach.
They're rich.
Mhm.
They ain't wealthy. There's a difference between a rich and wealthy.
Yeah, like
But
MC Hammer, his dumb ass.
That's kind of like one thing that Carl and I were talking about
He
a
was
couple
rich.
ago. Is like, if it really feels good not to constantly think about when your payday is.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. Like, oh, I forgot I got paid today.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's pretty dope. You know, so being about your wallet is what everybody needs to be.
Hey, okay.
You have
Yeah,
to set
yeah,
up-
yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah.
But
Okay.
wealthy would be like say, like number one, don't look at price tags. Number two, you can leave to anywhere in the world anytime. I can say, hey Anthony, let's go. What, tomorrow? Let's look at the schedule and just pick any place you want to go, and be gone for
that what
30
you
days.
consider
or it
wealthy?
is. That's wealthy to me,
To me, wealthy is okay. Well, I don't feel like doing nothing today.
money wise. Money
Then
wise.
you look at your bank account from yesterday, and you look at it today, and it grew.
Right.
Box money. You didn't have to do anything the whole day.
Mm.
Your money was making you money, not just on like a annual percentage rate or anything like that. It's just whatever supplemental income you have went
Different
directly
streams of
yeah,
income.
Yeah,
went
yeah.
directly to your account. And they say the typical millionaire has at least 6 streams of income going in. So that's, I mean, to me, that's what wealthy is. And you
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
to sit back and brag, oh, well, I'm rocking these
Oh yeah,
Gucci.
people kill me
these
with
Gucci
that. Oh, I paid
mouthpiece and that-
$300 for this.
Why?
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's not what you make, it's what you keep.
Yeah, I was
That's-
listening to some rap songs, and it was like, yeah, I got your rent on my wrist, and I'm like, so
Not-
Right.
But not because it depreciates. You appreciate.
Hey,
Yeah.
before we go out today, I do want to shout out my uncle. I hope he's watching. He's with my mom. He had a very bad accident. He's out of the the ICU. Do it back, Dorsey.
Nope, because you were spotlight. You
So,
He did this. He did this. That's why.
he was in the burn unit. He had a pretty bad burn, and I'm so proud of him. I love you, Farrellwood, and hopefully you'll get to watch podcasts with mom like every Tuesday. Love you, mom and dad. And shout out to Aunt Renee and Aunt Lisa, everybody that's watching on our side, and the other viewers, and Tim and your whack team.
No, he likes to sing.
So his team is so whack. Follow for the Eagles.
Dwayne, the Edwin, appreciate you.
Yes,
Thank you for
definitely
coming through.
Edwin.
Freddie, appreciate you.
Love y'all. Take care.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Highway 54 2023 edition. Yeah, like I said, money helps. I don't want to die from money, but you got a couple years where you can follow the advice of friends and family who know about money to invest. Give us 10 years.
Wait a
And
minute, is
we
that
can meet
Freddie,
you.
my brother?
Yes.
No,
What?
I'm thinking it's my Aunt Jay. I don't know. I can't see the picture. Oh yeah, maybe it is. Or
Who is that?
I can't tell. My brother. I have a brother named Freddie.
Oh, Freddie. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Edwin, we want to do that call in maybe next week. So if you can call Charles to call in.
Yeah, see if you can get up with Charles and everything.
Yeah, we got catch up.
Yeah.
Uncle Freddie. And there go Carl. Shout out to Carl. Didn't know you was watching. I should have known you were watching. Ariel was on.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Happy birthday, Ariel.
Happy birthday, Ariel.
Yep. Happy birthday, baby.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Do us a favor and click on the like button or share our podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, we are Highway 54.